Why does civilization make us unhappy? That's the question posed by Sigmund Freud in his book Civilization and Its Discontents. It was first published in 1930 and is one of those books that's impossible to summarize without doing it. Injustice, so I'm just going to give you some of the key ideas. The book is all about the tension between our animal instincts and the rules of civilization. We all want to be happy, right? That's what Freud calls the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. But according to Freud, complete happiness is actually impossible. Life is just too full of suffering, from nature, from our bodies, and from other people. So we do what we can to avoid pain and focus on the pleasurable things in life. But civilization, in order to function, demands that we repress our most basic instincts. We can't just do whatever we want whenever we want. Society demands that we control our aggression, our sexual desires, our selfishness. And we do this repression to varying degrees throughout our lives. It's the difference between the things we could do, the things we should do, and the things we must do. And it's only by doing the things we must that we allow civilization to function. But all this repression doesn't come without a cost. Civilization, by making us feel guilty about wanting the things we're not allowed to have, creates the superego, that little voice inside our head telling us we shouldn't want those things. And so we end up repressing our desires and feeling guilty about it too. For Freud, humans aren't just driven by a desire for love and pleasure, but also by aggression. Thanatos, as he calls it, that death drive. Civilization has to constantly manage this aggression. But according to Freud, it never completely disappears. It finds its way out through jokes, slips of the tongue, dreams, and most obviously, war. The paradox of civilization is that what protects us also frustrates us. What gives us safety and comfort and culture also gives us discontent, anxiety, and guilt. We get in return for giving up our aggression, our selfishness, our desire for immediate gratification. We get an uneasy peace with each other. But inside ourselves, there's still a constant battle between our animal instincts and the rules of society. And that's the fundamental conflict that Freud explores in this book. A conflict that each of us has to resolve for ourselves. We can't be purely instinctive or we'll destroy each other. But we can't be completely civilized either, or we'll destroy ourselves. So what's the big lesson here? Civilization is a trade-off. If we want to live in peace with others, we must give up some of our deepest desires, and that sacrifice will always create tension within us, a tension that civilizations throughout history have tried to ignore, to deny, to sublimate, but never to overcome. This has been Civilization in 100 Seconds. If you want to learn more about Freud or other thinkers, stay tuned for more. Follow for more Celebrating the Living Legends.